July 9th, 1863. Union's final grip. Located along the Mississippi River in Louisiana, Port Hudson held strategic importance for the Confederate States. It represented one of the last major strongholds preventing full Union control of the Mississippi. Its fall, coupled with the surrender of Vicksburg just 5 days earlier on July 4th, effectively severed the Confederacy and enabled the Union to dominate the vital waterway. Union forces, under the command of Major General Nathaniel P. Banks, initiated the siege on May 22, 1863. His army, composed largely of the 19th Corps, was tasked with reducing Confederate resistance along the Mississippi. Opposing them was a smaller Confederate force led by Major General Franklin Gardner. Gardner's troops numbered fewer than 7,500 men, facing a Union army of nearly 30,000. Despite the numerical disadvantage, the Confederates utilized earthworks, natural terrain, and a determined defense to withstand repeated Union assaults. The early stages of the siege were marked by brutal combat. Banks ordered direct assaults on May 27th and June 14th, both of which were repelled with heavy Union casualties. The May 27th assault was notable for the participation of the 1st and 3rd Louisiana Native Guard regiments, comprised of African American soldiers. These troops displayed exceptional bravery, challenging contemporary perceptions about the role of black soldiers in combat. Their engagement at Port Hudson was one of the first major instances of African American troops fighting in the Civil War under official U.S. military authority. Following the failed assaults, Banks transitioned to a prolonged siege strategy. Union troops dug trenches and maintained a constant artillery barrage, cutting off supplies and reinforcements to the defenders. The summer heat and lack of food took a severe toll on Gardner's men. Rations were dwindling and disease spread rapidly within the Confederate lines. By early July, conditions had reached a breaking point. News of the fall of Vicksburg reached Port Hudson on July 7, 1863. Realizing that continued resistance was futile and that the Mississippi was already lost to the Union, Gardner opened negotiations with Banks. On July 9, 1863, the Confederate garrison officially surrendered. This marked the longest siege in American military history at that time, lasting 48 days. The strategic outcome was clear. With the Mississippi River now entirely under Union control, the Confederacy was effectively split in two. The western Confederate states of Texas, Arkansas, and western Louisiana were isolated from the eastern portion. This severely disrupted Confederate supply lines and communication routes, hindering the South's ability to coordinate military efforts across regions. President Abraham Lincoln famously declared that the Father of Waters again goes unvexed to the sea, acknowledging the river's liberation as a decisive achievement. In addition to its strategic importance, the siege had broader implications for military policy. The performance of African American troops at Port Hudson helped bolster support for the continued recruitment and deployment of black soldiers throughout the Union Army. By war's end, nearly 180,000 African American men had served in the United States colored troops. Their contributions, first proved in battles like Port Hudson, played a critical role in the Union's victory and helped shift national attitudes toward race and citizenship. The surrender of Port Hudson was also a testament to the persistence of Union military command. Despite earlier failures and mounting casualties, Banks maintained pressure on the Confederate defenders. His use of siege warfare demonstrated an evolving Union strategy that combined military pressure with economic and logistical disruption. Today, the site of the battle is preserved as Port Hudson State Historic Site. It stands as a reminder of the struggles faced by both Union and Confederate soldiers, the tactical importance of geography and warfare, and the expanding role of African American soldiers in the fight for Union and freedom. For enthusiasts of historical ephemera, visit history-collectors.com to find collectibles that might complement your collection. You can own a piece of history.